Well guys, welcome back. We're not doing electricals today. Basically I'm waiting on parts arriving for the van. I've got the number of connectors, bulbs, bulb holders and all of that ordered, and they haven't arrived yet, so I'm wanting to just get on doing a few other things. So what I am thinking about doing is I'm going to dig the engine out, put it on the bench here, and I just want to have a bit play with some of the tins and everything, the metalwork that goes around it. I just want to start to get a handle on how it all goes together. I've got exhaust systems up there, I've got a heat exchanger, the things that go down the sides for the actual heating system in the van. I've got all of that, and I just want to basically go through it all and just get have an idea, just know what I'm working with. So I'm going to clear this bench off. Actually, there's a load of Mondeo stuff down there. Yeah, it's all brand new as well. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I'm going to put this all to one side, clear the electrical stuff away, and then we'll get the engine up and start just basically going through, trying to figure out what I've got, what I need, and take it from there. Okay, that's her sitting up there. Whew. I'm just sitting here just taking in. I forget how small these engines are. I'm used to dealing with engines a lot bigger, and yeah, but it's up here now. So one thing I want to make clear, I'm not actually building the engine right now. What I'm doing is I'm doing a base assembly without gaskets, just to get a handle on where everything goes. That's all this is going to be. I've never assembled one of these before, and yeah, they're a little bit different from your run-of-the-mill Ford or Vauxhall or GM or Chrysler or whatever. So I just want to put everything together, especially with all the tin work. I have no idea how that goes together, but I just want to, like I say, take this time to do a basic assembly and just get an idea of what is involved. Well, there she is, 1.6 litres. This is supposedly a fully reconditioned unit. Now, by the way, that's just dust. It's been sitting for a while. This was reconditioned by, oh god, it was a shop. I forget where it was now, but it's in Northamptonshire, Nottingham or somewhere. But I have got all of the parts that came back with this. So basically, from what I understand, it had a new crankshaft in it. Pistons were reused, pots were new, heads were refurbished, new bearings, etc. Camshaft was new. And did it have new valve gear or not? I don't remember. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's basically what I know about the engine. But there is some paperwork. I really need to take a good look at it. But anyway, that's not what we're here for. The main thing today is I just want to start putting bits on it and just getting an idea of what goes there. Obviously, I think that's where the distributor goes. That would be my initial guess. And that is the one thing I do not have. What's that down there? I can feel something in there. I know it's like a little, it's like a spring. Not sure what goes on there. I think there's isn't it like an oil cooler or something? That might go there. Not sure what those are for, but that's what this is. an exploratory video. So, first bit fitted. Pretty sure that goes there. Actually, I may have it the wrong way around, but again, and just a quick thought. I'll tell you what I just thought this might be a fuel pump. That makes sense. And I don't know what goes on the end of the crankshaft though. Now, oh, there'll be yeah, so obviously some sort of pulley, but yeah, it's all. Well, some of it's making sense. There's like, bits like that. What does that do? Where does that go? There are. It's the other one of those. So yeah, I think that might interfere with that. So, but yeah, I mean, this is exciting to me. I enjoy doing things like this, especially when it's something that I don't know. So it's you're learning all the way and just figuring stuff out. I do. I really enjoy that. But yeah, I've no idea. Anyway, let's get on with it. Ah, she's looking okay there. I mean, I'm pretty much. It's everything seems pretty straightforward at the moment. I don't know if you can see around here. These rubber boots. I haven't put one on that side. I do have them, but it's like like I said, this is just a basic mock-up just to get a handle on everything. I mean, I'm not even putting nuts on everything. I'm just as long as it's anchored in place, I'm quite happy with that. But yeah, I mean, so far it's pretty straightforward. That is the carb. There's a couple of carbs that came with it. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, it's an electric choke. That's all right. One thing I do know for sure. Let me just get that pipe out of the way. I guess sit him on. He'll sit something like that. I'm not using this stupid little air cleaner. I hate these things. They're useless. I mean, it's yeah. So I will be putting a better air cleaner on there. Probably a K&N or something like that. I do actually have a nice K&N cone filter that. I don't remember what I bought. Oh, I think I bought it for that Astra, and figured it was just too much hassle to put it on. So I've still got that. So what I'll probably do is pipe off there and then yeah, use that. But yeah, it's now obviously the alternator sits on there, and that big fan shroud thing goes there. I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to get the heat exchangers out. I've got a couple of old ones, and there's a couple. They're not brand new, but they look like they were purchased probably to go onto this and sat laying around for a long time somewhere. So they've got surface rust on them, but I'm just going to bring the old ones out, grab the old ones for the moment, and just play with them. But I'm pretty sure the way I understand it is one side connects to here, comes round there. The lower part connects to the exhaust, and then the exhaust has another two ports that connect to there, and then to that heat exchanger. I think something like that anyway. But let me go grab them, and then I'll get them on next. I'm just basically, again, like I say, I'm just looking around the engine, just getting familiar with it. Obviously, it will have a distributor in eventually. I am just going to put an electronic one on. That's the one that's still got me beat. I'm just not sure where that goes yet. But I'm sure there is a plan for it somewhere, because one thing that is missing off this is apparently there's a blow motor that goes up here that blows hot air, well, blows cold air through the heat exchangers to get them hot, and that blows into the cabin. Well, I do not have that. That is missing. I've sent a message to the previous owner, and he's going to have a look around, see if he's still got any bits laying around there, and see if he's even got the distributor. Because if he's got the distributor, then again, you know, they're not that expensive. I'm better off just putting a new one in, and I'm not chasing any problems with mechanical parts. The carburetor, I'm probably going to buy a rebuild kit for that for the time being. I'd like to put Webers on. I must admit, I would like a Weber on here, but that's going to come down to budget, to be honest. Because you've got to buy all of the Kafubbins here as well. So, although admittedly, that intake pipe, it's basically a manifold, that wouldn't be not that difficult to actually manufacture. I don't know, that's getting ahead of myself. Let's just carry on with what I know so far. Anyway. Okay, so I've now got a handle on how these go on. So basically, zoom out, heat exchanger mount, basically like that. It goes under the engine. For some reason I thought it went over the top of the valve cover there, but it doesn't. So it goes under the engine like that. Then that large pipe there, that goes up to the fan, which I don't have at the moment. And then that lower pipe there connects to the secondary part of the exhaust, and then the exhaust also connects there. So I'm assuming that there must bolt onto the exhaust somewhere. So I'm going to go grab my system up off the shelf there, and just loosely put it on and see what we get. So what I'm doing at the moment, a lot of these bolts are M8, so I've just got an M8 die and I'm just running it up and down the threads just to clean them. Most of the threads are actually pretty clean, but it's where it's been standing, you know, there's little tiny bits of rust on them and what have you, so I'm just working them, and it'll make it easier when I do come to do the actual main assembly. So, but yeah, it's I'm having fun. This is a fun day. Well, it's starting to look like an engine. Now, did I mention this or not? But I have not installed any of the tinware. I will do that when I actually come to build the engine, because it all looks pretty straightforward. And most of it's new. And so what I'm going to do is, once I actually get this assembled, I'm going to try and mock up the tinware off the engine just to make sure I've got it all. There is some older stuff there, but I want to use as much new as I can. Obviously, this big fellow here, they're very expensive, and there's nothing wrong with that one, so I will use that. But I'm going to go and grab the manual in a minute, because I want to know what this is. I can't see any badging on it, like anything stamped on it anyway, because I'm wondering if it is actually off this. Because one thing I did find in amongst the bags of stuff, there is things like a Ford fuse box. That looks like Escort or something. Escort, Cortina, something like that. But yeah, and there's bits like that. There's just like bits and pieces, variety of different. Oh, that's a hub bolt. Oh, there's some more then. But yeah, obviously, assuming that's out of the distributor. But yeah. Oh, wrote it wrong. Yeah, see, all of these bits are here. It's just there's no distributor plugs. Bosh. Yeah, they look like they were brand new. They've never been fired. Anyway, that's not getting this assembly completed. But yeah, so far I'm happy. I know there is a thermostat that goes in here somewhere. I think it's on the tins or something, I'm not sure. Like connects to the fins somewhere anyway, but it opens a flap, which it basically acts like a thermostat in a conventional vehicle. So that I'm probably going to buy a new one. I have seen it, it's in one of the boxes. So I know it is here, but I think it's prudent to just put a new one on rather than messing about with the older one. But the other thing I did see, I have seen one of these, and basically what somebody had done, and I'm saying somebody had done this. I'm not sure if this had been done by somebody or whether this was something out of the factory, but this section here where the carb mounts to, it had two of them mounted on the engine, and so you could put two single carbs on, basically one over here, one over there. I don't know if that was factory, what that was, but yeah, if I could get another one of these, you know, of course, because I can't leave things, I've got to make things complicated. I can't keep things simple, but for now, it's that. I'll get a rebuild kit for that carb. And the other one, I was looking at it, and there's bits being pivoted away, so I'm not entirely sure of how good that one is. I'm assuming that it's just a parts carb. I'm going to have to have a look, but I might invest in a sonic bath. I don't know if you've seen these things, but I actually used to have one a long time ago, and they're great for carbs because basically what it is, you put your cleaning fluid in, which normally it's just use carb cleaner, and then you drop your carb in, switch it on, and it vibrates the water at like ultrasonic frequencies, and it just breaks all the debris and crap and everything up out of the carbs, and they work really, really well. Don't stand too close to them if you have fillings, because they literally will rattle your fillings. And if you've got a dog, keep your dog well away from them, because it is very, very unpleasant for your family pets. But if you mess about with carbs a lot, they're definitely a really, really good investment. And I'm debating if I find one second hand, I might consider it. But I don't really see too many carbs in my future, so I don't know. Anyway, yeah, let me take a step back so you can see it in all its glory. Those pipes look great on it as well. But as you might be able to tell from my voice, I am excited because, again, it feels like I'm getting somewhere, because unfortunately, the wiring has hit several hurdles. Not that I'm having any problems with it in itself, but once again, it's getting stuff delivered. So still no signs of my parts for the electrical system on the camper, but it's meant to be raining and snowing and windy today anyway, so... But tin work. I'm going to start pulling it all out, and I think what I'll do is I'm just going to assemble it all here, because I think I might be able to assemble some of it without actually putting it on the engine. Yeah, I'm still getting a kick out of that. It's, feels like we're getting somewhere. But I might just assemble it over here anyway. Then we can at least get a handle on what I've got. Okay, so this is what I've got that appears to be in good condition. Well, it's in good condition, it's new, but some of these are in really nice shape and what have you. I've got that one there, which I actually painted myself, and I've got another one here which is almost identical except for this corner's slightly different, so I need to figure that out. But there is some more bits and pieces in the one of the sheds, and I'm going to have a quick look in there, and I think I might actually have a look online, see if I can actually find a schematic of what how this all goes together. But I'm just looking down there. I can't see anything else down there. I think I've got it all up here, but anyway, I'm gonna have a quick dig around in the shed, see what I've got. Okay, so I've got some bits like this, and the door's just blown closed, but that doesn't matter. So that's giving me an indication. So I know I know how this works now. So yeah, I know I don't have those bits there. Let's have a look, see what else I've got in there. Actually, I think that's it, isn't it? There's another one of these. I think though, I think that's going to be. Yeah, it's another one of the tops, isn't it? Yeah. So I know there is a bottom to that. Well, I knew there would be. I just didn't know what it looked like. Right, let's go back and just kind of lay it all out. Actually, I think I'm going to go in the house in a moment, have a quick look online, see if I can find a schematic of how it all looks. Because I think, from what I'm seeing here, I think I just need those two lower pieces. But let me go and have a quick look. So I found this online, if I can get out of my own light. There we go. And I'm basically just going to go through this image and circle everything I don't have. So it does look like there's a few bits there that I'm missing. But yeah, those I know I don't have. I've got one of those lower tins. I don't have that split one. I don't think so anyway. Those bits there, whatever they're for, I don't have them. Have that, have that, have that. So I'm not missing too much. I think I need to have a bit more of a dig around, see what else I can find. But yeah, so I've got some of it. Yeah, a bit of archaeology going on here. One thing I am going to do though, I know last year I painted these black, well, gunmetal. I don't know, I've seen a lot of stuff online where people have painted them like much brighter colours, and I'm really tempted. Just give them a nice coat of paint. I had originally thought about doing them to match the van, but I don't know. I don't know. I still may go with like a blue or a teal, but maybe just a slightly different shade to the van. But anyway, that's not getting me this lot sorted out, so yeah. So I've been just working through stuff here, and I do have one of the crates. I can't get out my own light here. Sorry about the lighting, it's just really bad in here. But yeah, there's more bits in there. Have found the actual I was looking for that. That's goes from the carb to the air cleaner. Like I've said earlier, I am going to use a K&N filter, so that's handy. I'm glad I found that. But there's a few bits here. I'm not entirely sure where that goes, but there's a few bits there I need to sort through and clean up, so may as well go ahead and get that done. But that's some of the engine bits that came off the old engine there, so they all came with the engine. There's a heat exchanger back there, alternator there. I just realised, I think I'm missing, I do believe I'm missing the alternator pulley. This is going to go away for a refurbishment, so. But yeah, I'm just going to carry on just working my way through what I've got in here. And like I say, there's some bits in the other shed there, so I'm going to go and have a look, see what's in there as well. And maybe I have more than I thought, which will be good. Yeah, I know, I'm a child, but yeah, that's cool. I'm really happy. I'm really happy with this. So I've got a good idea of what I have and what I need. A couple of the tins, I have gotten them out. A couple of the bits that I thought I might have been able to use, but the amount of messing about I'm going to have to do with them, I'll be better off just putting new sections in. So it's basically, it's the bits that go underneath. There's a couple of those. A couple of other bits that I showed on the diagram earlier. One of them, I think it's something to do with the oil cooler at the back there. There's like a sloped section comes out of the big housing at the back. and it's two pieces. I've got one of them. You don't seem to be able to buy the other piece separate. You've got to buy the whole lot. So again, it is what it is. I'd rather have new stuff on here than messing about with the old stuff, and it can just lead you down a path of misery. Trust me, I've been there many times. But yeah, that's it for this video. I'm not entirely sure how much footage there is, but it's basically it's been a day of exploration. It is dark outside, by the way, and my van stuff did not arrive. But it's been a day of exploration, and I'm really happy with what I've got here. A couple of bits that I thought were there aren't, and I still, for the life of me, cannot figure out what this is, and I'm genuinely thinking it's not off this engine. I've sat with the I've got a Haynes manual, and I forget what the other one is now, and I've gone through both of them and I cannot find that anywhere, so I guess it's a spare of something else. So once again, that's it. Should be back on with the electrics in the next video, and hopefully I'll get a lot of it wound up. I am going to be working on the lights, so hopefully I get a lot of that wound up. But that's it for this video. Take care and have a good one.